Hi there! Welcome back to Retrospect and welcome to my sketchbook tour. This is the first sketchbook tour that I'm going to be doing on this channel because this is the first sketchbook that I have finished since starting this channel. Here it is. I have obviously covered it with some, well, it's actually really ugly, but in future I might try to plan the covers out a bit more, but I just sort of haphazardly collage these on. Alright, so I started this sketchbook almost a year ago. The first sketch is Monday, February 1st, 2016, and I was going to use it to do a painting a day or a drawing a day challenge, but I kind of fell off that bandwagon. I was doing portraits, or trying to do portraits. These first two were ones that I had done from just my head, and that is why they don't look so good. This one I'm pretty happy with. I like the way it came out. She doesn't look horrendous. This one, This is supposed to be David Tennant. I don't know if you can tell. And some of the dark pencil from the last page transferred over. So I would recommend if you do a lot of pencil drawings like this, you should spray fixative on them because otherwise they will transfer and blur over time. This kid, the picture of him is a lot cuter. He ended up looking really scary. This one, This one I'm pretty happy with actually. It doesn't look horrible. I mean, the proportions are a little bit off, but I like how I got some of the tones in the skin there. And then I started going to just one page. This one I was more experimenting with the colorful swooshes. The portrait itself is so-so. That's something I still really have trouble with, getting good portraits done. I decided to do a Winston Bishop from New Girl little tribute because he's hilarious. I think he's just so cute in that show. He's so innocent. These ones are so-so. Oh, and this I tried to do blind contour drawings under 10 seconds each. To varying success. And then Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. Oh yeah, this one. Here it is, Taylor Swift. I like the Taylor Swift one. This is another girl. I have problems with the eyes being far apart. This one's just a really bad page. Can't even handle it, so I had to write it. I don't know why I've got like Hitler going on, Charlie Chaplin. I don't even know. This was a somewhat self-portrait with my dog Pico. Again, I'm not so happy with these pages, but that's what a sketchbook is for. These ones I was drawing some logo ideas that didn't come to anything. This one, I like this one. I did a painting, a Pokemon painting, and I had printed out the collage I'd made in Photoshop and traced it here to try to play with some ideas and work on colors, and I'd left it for a while, and then I thought, oh, you know what, I'll come back to it and I'll fill it in, and I actually like the detail and the color that I got. It's kind of crazy. And then this is where I started doing the quick abstract paintings, and I had a lot of fun with them. So yeah, this is in the summer that I really started getting into this. Here's one with just some blues and some comic book pieces. This was the next day and I was still using a lot of the same elements. It's funny to watch how my techniques or things that I gravitate towards shift over time. This one, more comics and going for a crazy all-over effect. Some of it's rather shiny, so it's hard to tell what's going on. I like this one. This one I did in, I think, 10 minutes. Just sort of threw some stuff on and scribbled over it. Sometimes you don't need to spend lots of time on stuff. This girl, she ended up looking a lot scarier than the picture, but I thought I would add in some collage comic elements. I was trying to make the lines in the comic line up with how they would in the drawing. I like this one. I was using some gold iridescent paint as well. As you can see, my color themes have shifted. This one I like a lot. This is one of my favorites. I just like greens a lot. I like painting greenery, and I really like adding these little number buttons. This was another portrait. She does not look like the source material, but I think she still looks like a person, so I call that a win. This one, less of a win. This nose gave me so much trouble. and she had like her hair slicked back and then it was cut off, so couldn't really tell what was going on elsewise. And she had all these cool glitters all over her face, but I lost interest. The only thing that I think is successful is the eyes with the eyelashes, the shadows. Otherwise, yeah, I don't like this. This one is one of my least successful, I think, just because I spent so long covering up and going over and re-going over stuff that I just think it looks a bit too tortured. But again, sketchbooks. This one I like a lot. This one I did really quickly, and I think sometimes I'm more successful when I limit my color palette, as I've done here. This one, I think I lost it at the end, but I was really enjoying working on the black marker with the white pen, giving it some nice floral elements. Don't ask why I wrote the word caught, because I don't know. This one, I did a video of it, and I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out too. This, you saw a video of me sketching this, and if you didn't see these last two videos, I will link them below. And then I just did some sort of splotchy portraits. Did the paint blob and then tried to make a portrait out of it. They are alright. I think I like this girl, she's funny. Trying some more portraits, trying some noses, struggling, not loving them. Another quick comic book collage. I was using some Archie comic books. This one, the colors, I don't know, it just feels too washed out. Some little mountains with some speckly snow. I did a video on this one, which I will also link. Just some of my favorite things Doodles. This was for something for work, just some practice. The gallery I work at is having a pet theme show coming up, so I was sketching out some different kinds of pets. And then here I was experimenting and doing sketches for a piece for a show I had, that I ended up doing something different. And I got new Copic markers, so I was trying them out. Another little doodle. Yep, this one unsuccessful, I think, but good to practice. I like incorporating swatches in the artwork. It's one of my favorite things to do. And this is the same piece that I was working on before, and it ended up looking something closer to this, but still not quite that. This one, another quick collage. I was getting really into the primary colors. I like that one. And then this one I did right after that one, probably took me maybe 10 minutes. And I really like this one. This one I didn't even post on Instagram. I don't know. Neither here nor there on it. Some little snackies. Little pizzas and pretzels and whatnot. I did another primary color one. I like that one. This one, I just taped this off and threw a whole bunch of paint at it, so it's really thick and textured. I don't know, again, experimenting. Really, really horrible, stupid looking Pikachu thing that I hate. And this was the first day of Inktober, and so now most of these sketches are going to be for Inktober. So it's fast food. Some swoogly doodly shapes. This is the last one that's not Inktober, I think. Just another abstract with my little number guys. I like this one. I like limited color palettes. This one was Inktober Day 2, Noisy, and then Hunger, some Harry Potter themed cookbooks. This is like a little BMO boombox. This one, I really like how it turned out. This one was collect, so I did a collection of really creepy, ugly kitsch statues. That's with Copic markers and a bit of pencil crayon. And ink, of course. This was the next day, sad, so I drew a bunch of wilting, droopy flowers. This was hidden, and I've got a video for the painting or the inking process of this one. This one is lost. I actually really like this one too. It's funny because usually I'll be watching a movie or a TV show while I'm doing these, and I was watching Making a Murderer while painting this, so maybe it informed the kind of creepiness. I like that one. This was Rock, and I just decided to paint an amethyst and quote Hank from Breaking Bad. This was The Next Day. This is Broken, taking an abstract approach to it. This one was one of my least successful ones, I think, just personally. This was going to be something and then it just ended up being nothing. Some lumpy clouds. This was The Next Day, Scared. I like this one. I think it's cool. This is Tree. And I collaged in two sort of creepy grasping hands. Gave it a crown for some reason. I was still very much working with these reds and I just shifted to this turquoise color, but keeping my color palette restricted again. This was Relax. This is Wet. I don't think this is my favorite either, but wanted to do something sort of drippy droopy looking. Battle. I love punchy fight clouds. They're my favorite, so I was trying to do one of those. I might do a piece based on this way down the road, but cleaned up and stuff. I don't know. I've always wanted to do something like that. This was Escape, which I've got another video for. Flight. Squeeze. This one, I was not sure what to do for Squeeze. But maybe it's being squeezed. I don't know. And the last one is So Big. And I was really inspired by the artist Muxie on Instagram. She's a very popular illustrator, and I think she worked on Adventure Time. Haven't looked into that, but I love her style, so I was just sort of channeling that a little bit. And that's the end of the sketchbook. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy sketchbook tours, because as I do fill up more sketchbooks, I'll show you them. Give this a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye! Oh, sorry for my band-aid. Thumbs up!